On a serious note about the video, I'd prefer it not to be on video.
Is it about your pants?
Yes, it's about my pants. Please don't film in here. Oh my god.
Why did that take so long?
Doing guy stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, hook it up.
I'll cut every corner, don't you? I guarantee it. Oh, gotta get a green cube.
Oh, why are we going to let it go?
You can get that on my face. It's like, because this hasn't been enough of a friggin' debacle. You had a horrible idea.
Me?
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, go with them. You'll like it.
Come out.
He's
coming out.
So it was a good idea.
He's a mean man.
What a mean man.
Okay.
Are you happy?
I am not happy. I'm frustrated. No, I'm just frustrated.
So we got another little funky piece here. Get around this bolt and go over this hump. So I got that little cutout here that should go through there, overlap nicely with that, and that'll all fill up that hole nicely. Try to do this quickly. And just like that, that piece is good. Now for the rest.
So while Justin's been working on the back, I've been trying to figure out what's up with our radio. So we had amp wiring that was disconnected. It was disconnected at the battery. The amps weren't getting any power. The radio wasn't getting any power. So what I did was I was trying to figure out why the radio wasn't getting power, why the amps weren't getting power. So basically I just used a simple light test. Went from power to ground, made a full connection so I could see. We're getting power at the complete back of the radio, which is fine. It's more indicative of a head unit issue, just because, like I said, we're getting power through the module, through the OnStar module, the wiring harness, and into the back of the radio. But as you can see, I turned the key. Radio doesn't want to fire up. If you watch right here, we do get a flash. So that's giving me a second indication that the radio is getting power as well. So basically I'll walk you through kind of what I did. Let's see, we'll take it out. Light still flashes. We're still getting power. I'm sure that's an anti-theft system. But as you can see, if we go power to ground, we complete our circuit, we get light. We were missing this piece from this power to this power. This right here is our fuse block. It's just a breaker essentially for the car so we don't catch on fire. Does it work? I don't know. I don't really want to find out, but all I know is this portion works, so that's okay for me. So we have power here. I made this wire, cut it to length. We have power going up to here, up to our breaker. Connection from the breaker to the amplifier side, we have power. Amplifier has power. This one is for the speakers, and amplifier has connection on the mono block. So this green wire right here is a remote wire. It connects to the back of the radio. We don't have that hooked up currently because the radio isn't really in the best working condition, as you can tell from earlier. But essentially that's what I've been working on while Justin's been working back here.
So, we've got the sound deadening mostly into the trunk area. There's still a couple little corners I need to fill, little strips like this, little areas here just to touch up. But pretty much everything under the seat is taken care of. We just need to go back into the trunk area, fill all this stuff, and then what we have left, we'll try and cover these fenders here. We'll try and go as much into the fender wall as we can, into the quarter panel, and then if we have anything else even left, we'll go in the doors, we'll hit the ceiling, we'll do whatever we can.
This company does piece rates, so they're incentivized to just fuck it in here no matter what. Why you know them?
So, you may notice there's a little latch here and a little latch here, and this one goes somewhere in there. So we gotta figure out, I think it's right there, somewhere where this hole is. And I think I'm right on, actually. That is the hole right there. So now let's take our knife and we'll just try to cut around this as best as we can. Go bananas!
Fair enough. So one thing,
And there we go. Back in place.
so as I've been working on the amps, I installed some ferrules. Basically what this does, this goes around our 4-gauge wire. You put it on here and then use the screw to kind of crimp the wire. So basically you install and it's screwed down. It's nice clean. That keeps it from wires, you know, expanding out and ballooning out like this. Kind of ensures a proper connection and makes it way sturdier too, because like if I really wanted to, I could probably rip that out. Those are just strands, versus on this one, because it has the ferrule on, there's no way that's coming out. So I've also been tinkering with that, kind of cleaning some stuff up. There's not much to clean up because it is professionally installed. I'm sure you've seen that. We got 2 amps, dual wires, ground wire. This is our speaker wire right here. I think there's 2, 4, 6, 8 wires, 18 gauge, 9 conductors. They all feed into these 2 crossovers. Crossovers then go to the radio somewhere over here. Hey, quiet down in there, would you?
So, we got some funky little areas to fill in here, like this little kind of triangular shaped area down here that actually goes all the way up here. It's a pretty funky section. So I'm going to try and cut this up and make it fit that. We're a little bit off there. We can fill that. That'll be fine.
So,
Here, record that. Start over.
So what I did, because we're taking all this out and there's quite a few wires that look the same, these RCAs, I said for the speaker wire, it was labeled speaker. For the mono block subwoofer, it's labeled mono. Will those stay? I do not know, but these remote wires, mono. I'm printing out a speaker as we speak. I don't have the patience for this. I really don't.
You set it up. You made the joke. You can't slam dunk it and get mad when I cheer.
Yeah. Better not.
He probably could have moved, but...
So one thing that you notice, another sign that it was professionally installed, is all the solder joints for the speaker wire, all these small gauge wires have been soldered. So when you insert them into the amp, it's basically what I did with the ferrules on the larger gauge wire. You put it in and it helps you ensure to have a good connection. You can kind of see it on that one pretty good where it was connected, but it's on all of them. So it keeps all the wires from stranding and fraying. So you get a good connection through the speaker system.
I don't know if you saw last year when we got killed with rain. I don't know if you heard about that. Like all the Northeast got killed with rain. Leominster and even like Route 2 became a river. Like it was
Oh, yeah.
2 feet of water
I've experienced
all
that
across
before.
Route 2.
No difference.
We probably have to do more.
No, there's actually a like serious difference.
Yeah,
Like,
over there. You
Yeah,
can
no,
you-
because if you, I was
No,
showing
you
her.
gotta break out the Hitachi to notice.
Yeah, well, that and
Get your finger out of your mouth.
I was showing her when you have the doors all shut and turn the car on, it's almost like you get no drone from the exhaust,
Huh.
like zero.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just not good at this. It really boils down to it. It's just like I'm not good at it.
You don't say.
This is as good as we're gonna get, I think, to match up with this. 'Cause that's at an angle.
Yeah, we'll probably have to do some fillers.
Think about it. Like I got wasted and did up to here. Like,
Yeah, it looks like it. All right, so as you can see, we've got a lot more of the rear end covered here. That's a pretty good example of what we're covering it with. And now we just got to fill in the middle where the amps were sitting, cover up some little pieces. Obviously, there's a lot more on the sides we need to do, but we're going to run out of daylight at some point. So we're just going to try and fill all this middle in, and that will be pretty good for now.
and I did stuff up front.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I left that piece for you because you're clearly better than I am.
Better at finding the holes. Yeah, I've only cut myself once so far.
Good, and this thing's sick.
Blinded right into my eye.
The blue. You say it'll look good with carpet in it. We'll see it when it happens.